is meteorologist Mark Molnar, and thank you for joining me for this edition of Weather Northeastern. Let's get right into the forecast. We're starting off with the big scenario for your Friday here. Big storm system moving east across from the Mississippi River Valley to the Ohio River Valley, and we're heading towards the northeast here. This is where we'll see some strong to severe thunderstorms, places like Harrisburg, over maybe as far west as Pittsburgh and Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., maybe as far north here as the I-80 corridor here from Williamsport State College over towards Wilkes-Barre-Scranton area. Damaging wind, large hail, heavy flooding, flash flooding rains, the possibility here with this big vigorous storm system as we get that upper level jet moving in overhead with the ability to mix some of those stronger winds down, and some of these thunderstorms could also start to stall and train out here and cause some flash flooding problems. So there you have it. There's the scenario. We're taking a look at a viewer sent in photo here. Chris Fisher from the Binghamton, Johnson City, Vestal, Triple City area here. Taking a look at a nice rainbow from last week here. Last Monday to be exact. A very nice photo of some crystal clear colors here across the area. So we get a lot of rainbows this time of year as we get some of those showers and thunderstorms that move in and out of the region. So very nice capture here, Chris. And we're taking a look at Lucas from Linden, Texas, taking a look at more of his shots here across the Linden area. Always some beautiful footage to be had here from Lucas D. from Linden, Texas. So thank you for sending that in, Lucas, as well. Let's get right on into the forecast here. We're starting off with precipitation totals across the area. Let's get right into the west here. Guess what? Nothing to talk about. We're going to go back east here from the mid-Mississippi River Valley all the way up to the Ohio River Valley into portions of the Alleghenies, the Laurel Highlands, especially the Susquehanna River Valley from Harrisburg up to Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, and Binghamton. We'll get some of these stalled out heavy rainers that develop and train over the same area over and over again. You know all about those, all too familiar during the past several years across this river basin. So there you have it, anywhere from 1 to solid 2 inches widespread locally, higher to 3 inches possible. Getting right into the pattern, got this split flow out west, creating a much more zonal pattern conditions here, which is good, pushing that polar jet well up to the north. Got the subtropical moving in, but it's not very active out here out west. Where it gets really active is back east here. This is where we see those frontal boundaries pretty much stall out. We get that stationary boundary that moves back and forth ever so slightly. That's why you get such the temperature differences this time of year in the Great Lakes and Northeast regions. Let's take a look at the forecast for your severe weather outlook. And this is what I'm highlighting for your Friday. If you live in places like Harrisburg, Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, over to Williamsport State College, Altoona, Latrobe, over to portions of Pittsburgh here, you're going to want to keep an eye to the sky tomorrow, Friday afternoon, and particularly from about noon all the way up to 8 p.m., more like 9 p.m., closer to midnight here, southern portions of New Jersey. We'll be looking at the possibility of some strong to severe thunderstorms producing damaging wind gusts, large hail, frequent lightning, and an isolated tornado possible. We're also looking at the possibility even further north here in the green shading, places like Binghamton, we could get into some heavy rainers that train out here. They come out of the southwest to northeast, and they move over the same area over and over again, producing some localized flash flooding. I'm not looking at anything widespread, but we'll have some localized problems. Let's take a look at the index here. This is the index basically from Pittsburgh over to Altoona, State College, Williamsport, Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, Harrisburg, Philadelphia. As I showed you here, we're looking at the main threat being a moderate threat of flooding and a moderate threat of those damaging wind gusts. More or less hail and tornadoes more on the slight scale. So we're not looking too much at those. And look at the forecast starting off with Friday TGIF. Look at this across the Northeast. There's that red shading from the I-80 corridor on southward here. Strong to severe thunderstorms possible, mainly from noon to as late as 9 p.m. here. Damaging wind, large hail, frequent lightning, but mainly damaging wind and the flash flooding risk pretty high here. Flash flooding risk up to Binghamton as well. We get 1 to maybe 2 inches localized heavier amounts. And temperatures will be pretty much into the upper 60s, low 70s, a popular number into your Saturday. That frontal boundary tries to push to the south here and east. not making much progress because you start to see the return flow of moisture here in Pittsburgh later in the day up to Erie, and Buffalo start to get some PM showers and rain developing maybe towards evening here. We hold out mostly cloudy across the Susquehanna River Valley, the Catskills, Poconos, Adirondacks, and places like, you might see some more breaks of sun here into portions of southern and central New England. But there you have it for your Sunday. The return flow of that front starts to push back north here, moisture getting socked in here, holding those temperatures down into the lower 60s, lower to mid 60s, a popular number here across the region. And here it is into your Monday. We finally start to clear things out as that area of low pressure along the front starts to move to this northeast here, and we get some clearing, maybe some scattered showers here, portions of western New York, northwestern Pennsylvania, and we start to get more sun in the way of the forecast here from places like Binghamton, Syracuse, Albany, and we'll start a warming trend next week across pretty much all of the region here of the Northeast. So that's good news to be had as spring has really sprung across the region here. Take a look at my 5-day from my hometown viewers from Binghamton to Scranton's upper Susquehanna region of upstate New York and northeast Pennsylvania, and all points in between along the Susquehanna River Basin. Take a look at this. Starting off with Friday, maybe some showers and a thunderstorm possible, heavy rain possible locally, up to 1 to 2 inches possible, but we're looking at mainly about 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch widespread into your Friday night. Heavy rain continues Saturday. Mostly cloudy, maybe a scattered shower, heading up towards the mid-60s into your Sunday. Showers and rain develop, probably another 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch likely, so we're really getting into a rainy pattern here. But look at this. By Monday and Tuesday, we clear things out, and we're well up into the 70s by your Tuesday. Don't forget to like me on Facebook at MeteoMark, subscribe to me on YouTube at MeteoMark Comments, Twitter at WX Northeastern. Don't forget to visit my website, MeteoMark.com and WeatherNortheastern.com. Thanks for joining me for this edition of Weather Northeastern.